Look, I go through some things. I'm just saying. But anyway, I was watching this DVD and I was like, wow, who is this woman? And I said, have her call me. We need to talk because I saw something and I still been seeing it. And then I just learned more and more each time she came down to the radio station. Y'all know we got a radio station, right? And she came down and did some stuff on the radio, and that's how she found out about one of the plays that we're doing. Let me say real quickly, we'll talk about it at the end before we get out of here. December 15th, for those of you who can, please be here. We're doing our Founders Award celebration as well as the play, The Gospel According to Mrs. Scrooge. But I said all that to say that this young lady, I saw her and she's absolutely phenomenal. So please welcome at this particular time, Nina Motivates Thomas.
All right. Different because Alicia's been at several places that I've spoken at, so I just thank God for giving me something different to bring each time, and it's only by His grace and mercy. And again, my name is Nina Motivates. My name is Nina Thomas Pendleton, but I go by Nina Motivates, and that's a God-given name. I'm an inspirational trainer. I am a certified life breakthrough coach. I'm a different type of life breakthrough coach. A lot of life coaches like to help you find your purpose. I'm the one that want to get you up off the couch. And I'll send you to somebody else to help you find your purpose. But you got to get off the couch first. And a lot of times people end up on the couch because they feel they haven't done something or they did something they can't get over. But I come to tell you that everything in life that you went through is preparation for something else. It's preparation for your gift and your talents to be birthed out. I'll tell you quickly about myself. Being born a baby of 9 children from a blended family, I have a physical difference, as you see. I have a condition called club hands. As a child, you couldn't catch me wearing anything short sleeves. I would hide my arms because people stared, they talked, they run, they think you're an alien. You will be amazed at the things I've heard, the things that has been said to me. But that was all preparation, and I call my hands my hidden treasure. And that is the first chapter in my book that's coming out in February, titled Because I Love Me. Because if I always hid my hands, people wouldn't look. But it's a purpose for people to look at me. That stands for a purpose. And that's because if you look at me, you want to know. It might bring you a look closer to me because you want to ask. And then I'm able to open up my mouth and speak, and then I can speak life into you. I'm known as the you can coach. I can tell you that there's nothing that you cannot do. We say the sky's the limit. My arms may be shorter than yours, but not even you can reach the sky. And so once I came to realize those things, I had to start bringing my arms out. With the help of my aunt who told me that I couldn't go outside if I didn't show my arms. And like any kid, you still want to go outside. You don't want to be cramped up in the house. So I started showing my arms, and then it became a habit. You know, after you do something so long, over 21 days, it becomes a habit. So after that summer at my aunt's house, I went back home and I went back to school, and I couldn't hide my arms anymore because it was a habit for me to just be normal, what society calls normal. I can't use my left arm as much, but I didn't even notice that until recently when I caught myself playing with my hands. You know, I'm a jokester, and I was playing with my hands, and I went to my mom and dad and said, look. And they're looking at me like, what are we looking at? I said, I can't really move the hand. They say, so go pick that up and go put that up. They never allowed me to put limits on myself, and they never put limits on me. And so they helped me to know that prepared me for this moment in this life at this appointed time to tell my story, to show people if I can do it, you can do it. I heard a couple of people say that they have a book in them, and it's time for you to birth that book out. Again, the title of my book is Because I Love Me. And the reason why that is the title of the book that I am now in editing mode is because I realized that every trial and tribulation I went through in life, yes, sometimes you can go through things and people want to push your past on you and tell you, oh, you can't do it because remember when? Well, that remember when is going to all be in that book. So nobody can ever hold, one, my past against me, and two, it's to help somebody else. Whether it's that young girl who's going through relationship issues or thinks she's too dark or too light or too fat or too skinny or too tall or too short. Everybody is different. But sometimes people don't realize that their difference don't have to limit you. It can elevate you. That's what you need to use your limit for, to elevate you. Don't let it hinder you. I love that comment, and I wrote it down. Building walls when you should be building bridges. I'm going to have to say that. Thank you, Mr. Nelson, for that. because I need that. I like that. But I just wanted to let you all know that you are prepared to do everything you want to do. I didn't think that I would be in plays, but all my life I've written skits, I've written plays, I've had other people perform them, I've performed in church plays, I've sung in church choirs, I'm actually on the praise team at my church, and I'm over the children's choir. Well, now God has said it's time for me to take you from being prepared to doing something. When I met Dr. Wilkins face to face, and I was talking on his radio show, and somebody else was talking, and the radio was playing, and we were talking about his play, and I mentioned something about me being in plays and about me writing skits and being part of a theater company. He said, well, I have a spot in my play. I came out and I was real nervous. But I have this theory in my head. When I'm nervous, I'm going to act like I'm not nervous so that you don't see it. And so when I performed my part, I said, be sassy. You're supposed to be sassy. And I did it. And I think I shocked a few people in there. But they don't know I shocked myself. I didn't think that I was going to be able to bring it out. But I kept telling myself, God has prepared you for such a time as this. And if He's prepared you for such a time as this, how dare you limit what God has put in you?
Right.
I also have been part of the dance troupe at my church, and now I'm over the dance troupe at my church. And I'm just looking at all the little things that He's done. I've always written things, but I don't like English. But guess what? God put people in certain places for certain reasons. I may not be good at editing. My sister loves to edit. She's an English major, so she's helping me out there. He brought me into SPY, and I thank him for that, because I've always said, well, if I write, how would I get it published? What would I do with it? Now Dr. Wilkins is saying, why are you waiting to February? Why we can't have it out in December? You've already written it. I need you to give me that manuscript. So now I'm telling my sister, I need you to hurry up and edit it, because he's on me, and I see him every week at practice. So every week I gotta hear, where's my manuscript? And so I just want to encourage you, don't think of anything that you go through, have been through, or anything that you're going through now as something that's blocking you. Look at it, think about it. I went back to my childhood. I've worked with kids all my life. Since I was 14, I was babysitting kids and watching kids. And when I took up Human Development and Family Studies, I did a lot of things with child development. Now I also have a not-for-profit organization called Touch, which stands for Touching Others Using Christ's Help. And what we're doing through Touch is we're building family growth and child development centers. So God has always prepared me for what He has for me to do. And if you go back and you think about your life, He's prepared you too. So take a journey, write your timeline out, and think about all the significant things that has happened in your life, good and bad, whether it's massive deaths. I coach a lot on coping with grief and loss, but in 2008 to 2009, I lost 6 close relatives, nieces. 2 generations of my family was completely wiped out. This year, one of my sisters had a heart attack, passed away. So one of the things that I go and coach people how to deal with grief and loss, because it's a process and no one deals with it the same. So just look at everything you've been through. Write your timeline out. Look at those things that may have been hard for you, it may have been easy for you, and look at how God can use it to elevate you. Thank you very much.